With a slew of games being remastered these days, and coming out looking drop dead gorgeous might I add, remastering titles has become much more of a common practice for developers and publishers. So today we've put together a bit of a dream list to count down all of the games we think need to be polished up and pumped back out into the mainstream, with our list of the top 10 games that need to be remastered. Also, take this list with a grain of salt. Depending on when you're watching this, maybe some of these titles have already been remastered. Wishful thinking, I know. So with that in mind, let's jump in. At number 10, Max Payne. For starters, let's forget that this video game was ever adapted into a movie. Didn't know that? Great, keep not knowing that. Aside from a failed cinematic adaptation, the Max Payne games were pretty awesome, crafted by none other than Rockstar Games. You play as NYPD detective Max Payne, who is attempting to solve the case of who murdered his family, his wife and his daughter, and ends up finding his way smack dab in the middle of conspiracy. At the time of its release, it was praised for its mechanics and writing, so imagine what a remastered version could look like. Yeah, pretty dope. And at 9, Syphon Filter. Syphon Filter might not be the best third-person stealth action game out there, but it has a devoted fanbase, that's for sure. With the original title first dropping in 1999, 6 games in total have come out of the series, with the most recent dropping in 2007. The concept is simple. You play a special agent tasked by the US government to capture an international terrorist, with the plot continuing in the sequels. While it might not be able to compete with other titles in its genre, there's definitely a lot of nostalgia tied to this game for many fans of earlier stealth shooter titles. And at number 8, Fallout New Vegas. Before Bethesda announced at E3 2018 that it was releasing Fallout 76, fans were buzzing online about rumors that perhaps the company would be announcing a remastered version or a reboot of Fallout New Vegas, one of the most beloved Fallout titles to date. While it doesn't seem like a huge possibility, the studio who developed it for Bethesda, Obsidian Entertainment, is now releasing its own post-apocalyptic title called The Outer Worlds, which looks super dope. A remastered version of the title sure would make a whole lot of Fallout fans real happy. Maybe one day, friends. Maybe one day. For now, just play Fallout 76 and enjoy the glitches. Is it still glitchy? I actually don't know. And at number 7, Twisted Metal. Twisted Metal first came out in 1995. It's a demolition derby game in which players use ballistic projectiles, machine guns, mines, and even nuclear weapons to take out their opponents. It was fun as hell. These days, there aren't really a whole lot of popular titles that do the same thing, although that sort of destruction and mayhem in video games hasn't really dissipated as far as some demographics are concerned. Sony has already re-released all of the Twisted Metal games as part of its Sony Greatest Hits program, so needless to say, there would be a fanbase. Imagine the online capabilities that a game like this could have too. It'd be so much fun. And at 6, FIFA Street. While FIFA has been pumping out awesome titles over the last decade that diehard football and sports genre fans have adored, there's one spin-off game from FIFA's past that many would love to see make a comeback. We're talking FIFA Street, the 4v4 game from EA that wasn't just about winning matches. It was about how good you looked while doing it. A combination of football and flair, tricks and style played a big role in the title. You built up your team of famous football players and would go across the globe playing football on streets in these matchups. Imagine a remastered version that explored the grander online capabilities that we have now? Yeah. Dope. FIFA and Electronic Arts would have a hit on their hands for sure. Let's see how many of you are upset that I said football instead of soccer. And at 5, Manhunt. At the time of its release in 2003, Manhunt raked in a bunch of criticism concerning its content. It was violent as hell. Violence that, actually looks super tame these days. Yet the game was still banned in multiple countries, and was even part of a controversial murder trial that occurred in the UK. And in case you didn't know, of course it was developed by Rockstar Games. If Rockstar really wanted to push the ballot though, remastering the original Manhunt using the same engine it used on Red Dead 2 would be intense, and it would probably get it banned all over again, but probably really worth it. And at number 4, Persona 2. With the popularity of Persona 5, it only seems like it's a matter of time before developers and publishers consider remastering their earlier titles in the series. Persona 2 in particular is a critically acclaimed game, and would be a great choice to reintroduce in order to draw even more audiences to the Persona series. Persona 2 is told over 2 games, Innocent Sin and Eternal Punishment, and while they arguably boast a very different tone than what gamers may be used to from Persona 5, it's still just as enticing. Also worth noting, back in 2011 there was a remaster of Innocent Sin for the PSP, and Eternal Sin also got a remaster, but only for the PSP in Japan. So, still, there's a lot of room to grow there, guys. A lot of room. Just remaster them all over the world. It'll be great. And at 3, Metal Gear Solid. Hideo Kojima is an absolute genius. As the creator of the Metal Gear Solid series, his games have been adored by millions, and Solid Snake has gone down in video game history as one of the most recognizable and iconic characters out there. Now that Kojima's gone his separate ways from Konami, off creating mind-blowing video game art the likes of Death Stranding, it feels as if Metal Gear Solid's story has come to a close. But what better way for Konami to keep cashing in on the series than to release a bunch of titles from the series remastered? While Metal Gear Solid The Twin Snakes acts as a means of sort of accomplishing this, it tonally was not the same. And there's still a big empty void in many MGS's fans' hearts. And at number 2, Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Vice City was a big title for Rockstar in the GTA franchise. Many consider it to be the second best title in the series after Grand Theft Auto 5, or hey, maybe it's vice versa for some of you. No pun intended. Regardless, Vice City has become one of the most memorable action-adventure titles in video game history. Playing as Tommy Vercetti, who is voiced by Ray Liotta, you seek out those who have wronged you while building a criminal empire and seizing power from other criminal organizations in the city. It's a blast. And like many other GTA titles, it stirred up a bunch of controversy upon its release, some of which may seem pretty tame by today's standards. Still, having a remastered version to play with before the inevitable release of Grand Theft Auto 6 would be a total blessing to many a Rockstar fan out there, or at least those who have already finished Red Dead Redemption 2. Give us something to play. And finally, in at number 1, Silent Hill. The Silent Hill series is arguably one of the most prominent and well-crafted horror game franchises of all time. Both the first and second titles are phenomenal games. Back in 2012, Silent Hill 2 and 3 were both remastered in HD, but with re-recorded voice acting, and were highly criticized for how badly the remastered versions were kinda clopped together. But it is not too late for Konami to take a stab at remastering them properly, along with the first Silent Hill title. Hell, if they remastered both of them, then released them along with PT, the teaser for the cancelled installment to the series directed by Hideo Kojima and Guillermo del Toro, I feel like everyone would just like whip out their wallets and be like, here, take all of my money, please. Just take it, let me play these games. Seriously, it would be a solid investment on their part. And we could relive all of those horrific moments in the games that we love in utter ecstasy. Alright, there we have it, friends. What other games can you think of out there that deserve to be remastered? Give us a shout in those comments below and let us know. If you dug this video, spread the love, hit that like button, and be sure to subscribe to Top 10 Gaming for more lists just like this one. In the meantime though, thank you for watching, friends. I'll catch you all in the next video.